Let's talk waiver wire pitchers and injury replacements next on Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5. As always, make sure to follow and stream us on Spotify. Today is Monday, and welcome to August 1st. I am Frank Stanfield, joined by Scott White. Let's start off with some waiver wire starting pitchers. Reid Detmers has been amazing recently. Posted a career-high 12 strikeouts against the Rangers on Sunday. 4 July starts, a 1.13 ERA, a 0.92 whip. Nick Lodolo, back-to-back quality starts against the Marlins and Orioles, and he went 6 innings, 1 run, 7 strikeouts against the Orioles with 17 swinging strikes. Scott, how do you rank these 4 waiver wire pitchers? Detmers, Lodolo, Aaron Ashby, Brady Singer.
So I am ready to put Reid Detmers at the top of that list. Obviously, this start on Sunday was just amazing. 12 strikeouts in 7 innings, 3 hits allowed, 24 swinging strikes, 10 on only 28 of the slider that he went to the minors and seems to have fixed. Got it thrown at 2.5 miles per hour harder now. And ever since returning from the minors, he's yet to have a bad start. Now, he hasn't normally missed as many bats as he did in this start against the Rangers, and it's worth noting the Rangers were missing Corey Seager. They don't have the greatest lineup to begin with, but even without Singer, it's not the worst lineup. And Detmers dominated it. So I think he needs to be number 1. We do need to monitor the innings a little bit for him. With this start, he's pretty much right at last year's total. Last year was his first as a professional, so of course it's his career high. And but being part of a 6-man rotation with the Angels, that might allow him to not to miss many turns down the stretch. So Detmers number 1, Ashby number 2. I still love the upside for Ashby, but we saw the control problems resurface in his Sunday start after a great start against the Rockies last time out. It's a close call between Lodolo and Brady Singer, 3rd and 4th. I think Lodolo has a little more upside. He obviously showed it with a great 2-start week. Granted, it was against the Marlins and the Orioles, but a lot of swing and miss potential there. And, he might have innings issues as well, but they're also looking to build up his innings because he threw so few last year.
All right, let's take a look at some save sources who emerged this weekend. Taylor Rogers is out as the Padres closer for now. Apparently, he's going to take a little bit of a break, and it sounds like the Padres are going with a committee. But Luis Garcia was the first one up on Sunday, where he tossed a clean 9th inning for his first save of the season. Scott, how are you prioritizing these names if you need saves? Luis Garcia with the Padres, Pete Fairbanks with Tampa Bay, and Jonathan Hernandez with the Rangers.
So I think Jonathan Hernandez is a distant number 1. He was looking like he was in line to take over the Rangers as the Rangers closer early last year before having to have Tommy John surgery, and kind of put them in a spot where they've been searching for a closer ever since. So if he's beginning to earn those chances, I think he could take the job and run with it. Obviously, Brett Martin hasn't looked good. He got the first shot after they removed Joe Barlow from the role. So it could be Jonathan Hernandez from this point forward. I don't think Luis Garcia or Peter Fairbanks has really that same opportunity with their respective clubs. It sounds like it's going to be a by committee situation for the Padres, at least until Taylor Rogers proves he's ready to take over. And it's always a by committee situation for the Rays.
All right, Julio Rodriguez, big name to the IL this weekend after getting hit by a pitch on his wrist. X-rays came back negative. He will not swing a bat for the next 4 to 5 days. They're saying a minimum length IL stay is possible, but I'm not so sure. If you need an outfielder, however, to replace him, Scott's sleepers, Hunter Renfroe, went 4 for 4 on Sunday with his 19th home run. Leody Taveras is only 65% rostered for those of you who play in shallower leagues. But let's say you play a little bit deeper. Some other names from this weekend. Steven Kwan had 5 hits with another stolen base. He's got 7 home games this upcoming week. Jared Kelenic was recalled by the Mariners, and he was having a strong July in AAA. And Randall Grichuk is the final name here. 3 straight multi-hit games. He does have 8 games this week. However, they're all on the road. So what do you think of these 3 names, Scott? Kwan, Kelenic, and Grichuk.
Well, I think Quan is perfectly fine replacement in a points league where his lack of strikeouts is going to help elevate his scoring total. I'm not sure the others are going to do much for you. Like the fact Grichuk is on the road and is a fringy Rockies hitter to begin with, he is getting 8 games, but I'm not excited about it. And I could get excited about Jared Kelenic. Maybe, he had a chance to kind of get back in his comfort zone. Spent a long time at AAA, put up good numbers, but I don't know how long he's going to stick around because Mitch Haniger's due back from the IL Friday, and I don't know. Maybe they need Kelenic up to play center field. But if he doesn't deliver, I don't think his stay will be long. And his first game back, struck out twice. So maybe you take a flyer on him for the upside, but I'm not especially encouraged.
All right. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, your smart speakers, or anywhere else podcasts are found. And thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.